Hey everybody, it's Ginger on Wheels here. Thanks for stopping by the channel where we get to test and unbox the latest electrically wheeled gadgets. Today's video is in 5K. If you haven't already, make sure to get the highest resolution possible. But thanks to RevRides, they sent me the 9 Plus and the 10 Plus to do testing on. Today's range test is going to be on the 9 Plus, like I said. This is the 15.6 amp hour version. Today's test is going to be in speed mode 1, which on this scooter goes up to 17 miles an hour. So I think I'm just going to do a time-lapse video, maybe throw some music on, but subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's get ready to ride. All right, you guys, so here it is. This is the VSETT 9 Plus. I really love the way that the bars are shaped. This is a very comfortable scooter to hold onto and just ride in general. It's got extremely pillowy suspension. I'll do a little clip of that now. But of all the scooters I've ridden, I think this is, out of the box, my most comfortable scooter I've ever ridden. And it's dead silent. It's just really ergonomic and friendly. And it actually 30 miles an hour with me on it. I'm 200 pounds. That big, but they got the giddy up. I can still burn the... This does have cable actual disc brakes, so they're a little mushier than other scooters, but the scooter's so light it still stops really quickly. You can see here on the left we have the DDM button, which stands for dual drive motor, I think. So you can turn that off, then we're just in single motor mode, which is the, let's see, is that the front motor or the rear motor? Yeah, single motor mode is the rear motor. Dual drive mode is both motors, obviously. And you've got this cool button for a horn. It sort of sounds like a whistle. I wonder how effective that'll be on the trail, if people will recognize that as a horn noise. But you definitely need some sort of horn on this thing, because like I said, it's dead silent. They're never gonna hear you coming. Just so pillowy on the suspension. I love this suspension. See if it can make it up over this curb. Oh yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, one super cool thing about the scooter I forgot to mention. Check this out. If the scooter's off and you want to turn it on, I don't know if you can see this or not, but the screen just says card. So if you touch this little NFC card to it, boom, turns on. This is basically your keys for the scooter. You can also program it to use your phone too. You can just tap your phone onto here and it'll turn the scooter on. But if you need to run into 7-Eleven for like 10 seconds and your scooter's in visual sight's distance, that's a really cool feature to have. You can just park it and no one can immediately take off on it. Yeah, they'll be able to scoot away, but you can chase them. I love this scooter. It's so comfortable. It accelerates really smoothly. It's dead silent. It's got lots of power. I can feel it. It pulls. And it's just so comfortable. I feel like I could ride on this thing all day and not get tired at all. With the Dualtron Storm, you're constantly fighting the torque and the suspension is really rigid, so you gotta bend your knees and you take a lot of the impact yourself. That scooter is just mean, but this scooter is very friendly. You gotta be careful coming out of tight corners on this thing. The suspension you'll push down the suspension when you go into the corner and then it rebounds so quickly that it can kind of throw you off when you're coming out of the turn. Top secret trails in here. They built this cool tunnel. Check this out down here. Very comfortable grips on this thing too. See how it's like wide right here? So you can just rest your palm right on that. One thing I'm not digging right now is the lack of grip tape. I've got just some regular old tennis shoes on, nothing special. And the grip is like, what grip? It's just a plastic cover, basically. Feels pretty slippy. Can you see my feet? It's not the safest thing. Oh, here's the cool tunnel. This intersection was closed for like over a year so they could build this tunnel. Hashtag not worth it, but still a cool tunnel. Whee! Ooh, exciting news, I forgot to tell you guys. I booked a flight with Andrew from the Jimmy Chang channel, and we're gonna go visit Rongway in Warsaw, Poland. That's gonna be happening mid-October. It's a 10-day trip, and I'm super stoked. I'm so excited to go all around there and try all the good foods. Maybe we'll have to do like an EUC food tour. Comment below if you guys would enjoy watching that. Sick one wheel, dude. He was not having it. He's not having as good of a day as me. Oh, probably because he's going up a hill on a one wheel. I normally film in 2.7K or 4K if I remember to bring my batteries, but I discovered this camera has a 5K setting. It doesn't go super wide, we only get the wide angle, but it's probably gonna look really good. That being said though, it's probably munching directly through my battery, so I'm gonna turn it off for now. I'll turn it on a time lapse for like the next 10 miles, and then I'll get back with you guys when the scooter's running low, and I'll talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and how many miles we're at.
No. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Oh, 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 serves you some reminder to count your blessings, cause it's telling fair. They'll put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, it's the ugly truth, how they come in for you. Yeah, yeah, no. Don't you think you're better off where the neighbors don't stare? Maybe you're wanted, looking good for the movie screens, living in make-believe, hoping your wishes get granted. I know you're never giving up unless it's real. A slippery slope, it's not enough to please you. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Oh, 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 serves as a reminder to count your blessings, cause it's telling fair. They'll put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, that's the ugly truth, how they come in for you.
All right, I wanna stop and do a little filming here because this is a huge hill. This is like a hill I would never try and go up on my bike, I'd be way too sweaty. But I've still got the scooter in speed mode 1, but we're in dual motor mode. And I just wanted to stop and film here to illustrate how much power this thing has up hills. It pulls up hills. I weigh 210 pounds right now. Not my finest moment, but the scooter's got no problem lugging me up this thing. Let's actually see how, well, I don't want to do a speed test up the hill, I'll crush the battery, but we are still on a range test. I just wanted to incorporate some hills and some stops and goes and give it a more accurate range test than what I've been doing, where you just fixed rate on a flat trail for till the battery dies, you know? This is a more realistic, real world test. I'm getting nervous though, because I haven't turned around to go back towards where I started yet, and I'm below the half battery mark, so fingers crossed I make it home. So far, my only real complaint with this scooter is the horn. As you saw back there, I was on the trail and I beeped the horn at probably 5 or 6 people and only one of them turned around. So, could be better. Could be a lot better. And the grip tape situation. My feet are all sliding around and the deck is really narrow, so I'm just afraid they're gonna slide off. They haven't yet, but it could easily happen if you weren't paying attention. Ooh, we have a message. Or maybe that's one of you commenting on a video. Still going up this huge hill. Holy moly. You see that thing? There's just a buck sitting right there. How did he get in there? He's panting too, looks hot. You need some water? Never really thought about that. What do wild deers drink when it's just hot out all the time? Poor guy. I don't have any water on me, or else I'd probably try and be a dumb and feed him some. This is the joy of living in Washington in the summer. There's like a couple months a year where it's just so beautiful. And then 8 months a year where it just rains constantly. Gotta take the good with the bad. I'm not sure I would appreciate days this nice if it weren't for the rainy 8 months. All right, we made it to the top, boom. Battery, looking at 2 bars stopped, 1 bar. Oh no, 3 bars stopped, okay. So there's quite a bit of voltage sag. I'm gonna guess there's just really cheap Chinese cells in here. No LG or Samsung. Oh, this is cool, we get to incorporate a little off-road in this. This is one of my favorite trails to ride on. It's the Cross Kirkland Corridor. This just cuts through all of the cool spots of town, and you don't have to stop at many lights. This is like a 6 or 7 inch curb. If I were to try and hop the VSETT up this, the kickstand would hit, maybe. The deck clearance is actually pretty good. I'm not sure why they mounted the kickstand on the bottom. That lowers the clearance by quite a bit. Oh snap, check out all the rentals. I didn't know they had rentals back over here. Let's see if we can catch them. Oh, I'm going to speed mode 2, get through this light. There we are, clipping 20 miles an hour still. Scooter's got no problems doing that. Still at 1 bar. Catching up to the scooter gang up here. Oh yeah, no helmets for anybody. My battery gauge still says 1 bar. I can't believe this thing can still clip 20 miles an hour after having gone 21 miles on a 15 amp hour battery. It's not a big battery. These motors are just insanely efficient and dead quiet. I don't know what VSETT did to redesign these motors from the Zero lineup, but they killed it. It is like a perfect motor. 4, 3, 2, 1, yellow light. Ooh, cutting it close. Red, whew. 21 miles an hour still. Nice. Uh-oh, uh-oh. What's this? throttle says E00 now. Still rides fine. Still says E00 though. Uh-oh, it's flashing. Now there's a thing that says E06, and there's a triangle flashing on the screen, like a warning triangle. That's gotta be a low error code, right? Because it happened when I was just going 20. So let's see if it happens again when I'm flooring it. Yep, E06. I think that's low battery. Cars. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Acceleration went off a cliff. We've got almost none. This has gotta be battery related. I'll bet you E06 is a low voltage error. Oh, did it just die? I think that's it. E06 prominently flashing and oh, it's still got some beans in it. Come on, baby. Get that extra quarter mile. Nope, there, died again. Coasting. Maybe the voltage will go up a little bit and I get any more? Negative. Oh. Should we count this? I don't know if I want to count this. 4 mile an hour. Maybe this is a good time to do a little recap of the video. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna call a lift here, I decided, but let's go ahead and roll the relive and we can see exactly how far the route was. Okay, if you're a nerd like me, this will be the best part of the video. We had a 48-volt scooter with a 15.6 amp hour battery, which means we had 748 watt-hours of battery capacity. If we have 748 watt-hours and we went 24.2 miles, then that means we used 30 watt-hours per mile on the VSETT 9 Plus, averaging around 15 miles an hour.